y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I am so super excited to share this collection with you. This is the Six Sad World collection releasing from La Polish for pre-order starting on March 17th. This collection is inspired by Daria, so if you're a kid of the 90s like I am, you're going to be insanely in love with these shades. These will retail for $10 each, and the first 20 orders that come in will get a special Daria pin. These were sent to me for review, and I'll go ahead and link La Polish's storefront and social media down below and get right into these swatches. So first up is Fashion Club, and this is inspired by Quinn, which is Daria's sister. This is described as a bubblegum pink crelly full of pink and yellow glitters. So there are a little bit of matte in there as well as some holographic. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Fashion Club swatched on my natural nail. So here is one easy coat. This is a crelly formula, so it does start out a little bit sheer to let those glitters peek through, but one coat had a really great coverage here. I do love the combination of that yellow within this pink base. It's just really pretty. So I'll let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. So I am going to go in for a little bit of a thicker second coat like I like to do, and it does bring this one completely opaque. I did notice that it dries down just slightly textured due to those glitters, but a good top coat will help make that top layer of glitters cohesive and really blend in with the polished base. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So next up is Mystic Spiral, and this is inspired by Trent and his band. This is described as a springy olive green full of shimmer and metallic flakes. So this is such a cool combination. I do love that metallic flaky and the more grungy olive base. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Mystic Spiral swatched on my natural nail. So here is one easy coat. This one does start out a little bit sheer, but you do get a ton of those flakies and a good amount of coverage. So I'll let this dry and then come back in and show you what a second coat looks like. So here is a quick second coat. I am again going to go in for a bit of a thicker second coat. I could see where you may need 3 coats with this polish if you prefer to do thinner coats. I did get a ton of those flakies on the nail, and it adds for a really cool finish. 2 coats does bring this one to complete coverage for me. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. This one doesn't dry down super textured, but a good top coat will help bring out all of that metallic shimmer. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And then once more at an angle in direct sunlight with that top coat. So next up is Excuse Me, and this is inspired by Daria Morgendorffer herself. This is described as a forest green shimmer with green and bronze glitters and green and gold flakies. So a ton of gorgeous greenness going on in this polish. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Excuse Me swatched on my natural nail. So here is one easy coat. This polish does have a bit of an olive green toned jelly base. It is so jam-packed with those flakies though, it's going to build up really nicely and really quickly. So at one coat, I just had to be careful to make sure that those flakies spread out a bit. Some of those flakes are on the larger side. I'll let that dry and then come back in and show you what a second coat looks like. I am going to go in for a nice thick juicy second coat, and it does build that up a ton. It adds a lot more pigment to the green base and also a ton more flakies. It's just shy of being opaque for me though at 2 coats, so I'll let this dry and then show you what my third and final coat looks like. So here is my third coat, and this did bring it pretty well to the edge of being opaque. All of those glitters and those larger flakies really build up nicely in this polish. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. This one may dry down just ever so slightly textured due to those larger flakies. And I think this polish really shines in direct sunlight with that top coat. It brings out all of those small flashes of holographic glitter. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in that direct sunlight. So I saved my absolute favorite for last. This is Starving Artist, and it is inspired by Daria's best friend Jane. It's described as a dark baby red full of hollow shimmer and micro flakies. This is hands down one of the most gorgeous red polishes in my collection. I do fangirl over red anyway, but this one is a stunner. Here's a quick brush shot, and I'll show you how Starving Artist swatched on my natural nail. At one easy coat, I had pretty well complete coverage. It did go on so smooth and amazing. super opaque. I also had no staining around my cuticle area. The red shimmer in this base really gives it that lit from within feel, and it was gorgeous in absolutely every lighting. I thought that a second coat might deepen it up a little bit, and I think that maybe it does, but you could definitely get away with one coat. I am going to go ahead and show you what a second coat looks like. It did clean up my edges a bit and maybe deepened up that tone a tiny bit, and of course added more glitter. I do really like this at 2 coats, but I think you could only use one if you preferred. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. This one does dry down nice and glossy. A good top coat is going to bring out all of that holographic glitter though. So here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. I really can't say enough good things about this polish. It's just absolutely stunning. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in that direct sunlight. So that wraps up my swatch and review of the 6 Sad World collection, coming soon from La Polish. Mark it in your calendars. It's going to be releasing for pre-order on March 17th. Again, I will have her storefront and social media linked down below. If you'd like to see more photos, I do have those available on my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at Sloppy Swatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.